you can rebuild your life, you must first conquer the greatest obstacle standing in your way yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today to share a message that has the power to transform lives, reshape destinies, and ignite the flames of greatness within each and every one of us. The journey we're about to embark upon is not for the faint of heart, nor is it for those content with mediocrity. This is a call to action, a rallying cry for those who dare to dream big, who refuse to settle for anything less than their fullest potential. Today, we delve into the profound concept of conquering yourself to rebuild a philosophy that has the power to revolutionize not only our individual lives, but the very fabric of our society. To conquer oneself is to engage in the most challenging battle one will ever face. It's a war waged not on distant shores or foreign lands, but within the confines of our own minds, hearts, and souls. It's a battle against our deepest fears, our most ingrained habits, and the comfortable mediocrity that so often lulls us into a false sense of contentment. But make no mistake, my friends, this battle is not just worth fighting, it's essential for anyone who truly wishes to leave their mark on this world. Think back to a time when you were faced with a seemingly insurmountable challenge. Perhaps it was a personal setback, a professional obstacle, or a moment of crippling self-doubt. In those dark hours, did you retreat into the safety of familiarity, or did you summon the courage to face your demons head-on? The truth is, it's in these moments of adversity that we have the greatest opportunity for growth, for transformation, for rebirth. Conquering yourself begins with brutal honesty. It requires us to take a long, hard look in the mirror and confront the uncomfortable truths about who we are and who we've allowed ourselves to become. It means acknowledging our weaknesses without shame, recognizing our strengths without arrogance, and accepting that the journey of self-improvement is a lifelong pursuit. This level of self-awareness is not easy to achieve, but it is the foundation upon which all great achievements are built. Consider for a moment the layers of self-deception we often wrap ourselves in. We tell ourselves comforting lies to avoid the pain of growth. I'm not good enough, we whisper in moments of doubt. Using our perceived inadequacies as an excuse to avoid taking risks. Or perhaps we cling to the belief that our circumstances are to blame for our lack of progress, absolving ourselves of the responsibility to create change. These self-imposed limitations are the first enemies we must conquer on our journey of self-discovery and rebuilding. To truly conquer ourselves, we must develop the courage to face these uncomfortable truths head-on. This means being willing to ask ourselves the hard questions: what are the habits that are holding me back? What are the beliefs I cling to that no longer serve me? What are the fears that keep me from reaching for my dreams? Only by shining a light on these dark corners of our psyche can we begin the process of transformation. But self-awareness alone is not enough. Knowledge without action is like a seed without soil, full of potential, yet unable to grow. Once we've confronted our true selves, the real work begins. We must be willing to shed the layers of complacency, excuses, and self-limiting beliefs that have held us back for far too long. This process of stripping away the old to make way for the new can be painful, even terrifying at times. It requires us to step out of our comfort zones, to embrace discomfort as a signal of growth rather than a warning to retreat. Imagine for a moment the cocoon of a butterfly. Within this protective shell, a profound transformation takes place. The caterpillar, once limited to crawling on the ground, undergoes a complete metamorphosis. Its entire being is broken down and rebuilt, emerging as a creature capable of soaring through the skies. This process is not comfortable for the caterpillar. It requires a complete surrender to the forces of change. Yet without this period of intense transformation, the butterfly would never exist. In much the same way, we must be willing to break ourselves down in order to rebuild ourselves into something greater.
All right, guys, I'm going to ask you guys Screenshot to this call and send it out to your group chats. We need way more people on this call before we get started. So I want you guys to screenshot this call. And please don't listen to me say this and not do it. Screenshot the call, absolutely blow up your chat boxes. I'm going to get started when we get more people on this call.
This might mean letting go of relationships that no longer support our growth, abandoning career paths that no longer align with our values, or confronting addictions and destructive behaviors that have held us captive for far too long. The process is rarely easy, but it is always worth it. But here's the beautiful truth. Within each of us lies a wellspring of untapped potential, a reservoir of strength and resilience that is far greater than any obstacle we may face. By conquering ourselves, our fears, our doubts, our negative habits, we unlock this potential and set the stage for a remarkable transformation. Consider the metaphor of a phoenix rising from the ashes. In order for this mythical bird to be reborn, it must first be consumed by flames. Similarly, we must be willing to let go of the old version of ourselves, to burn away the limitations and self-imposed restrictions that have kept us tethered to mediocrity. Only then can we emerge stronger, wiser, and more capable than ever before. This process of self-conquest and rebuilding is not a one-time event, but a continuous cycle of growth and renewal. It requires unwavering commitment, relentless perseverance, and the courage to face failure head-on. For it is through our failures that we learn our most valuable lessons, forge our strongest character traits, and develop the resilience necessary to achieve greatness. Think of the greatest achievers in history, the inventors, the leaders, the revolutionaries who changed the course of human events. Do you think their paths were smooth and free of obstacles? Far from it. Each of these individuals faced countless setbacks, moments of doubt, and seemingly insurmountable challenges. What set them apart was not an absence of difficulty, but their response to it. They viewed each failure not as a final verdict on their abilities, but as a stepping stone towards success. Thomas Edison, in his quest to invent the light bulb, famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset, one that embraces failure as a necessary part of the journey towards success, is crucial in the process of conquering oneself and rebuilding. It allows us to take risks, to push beyond our comfort zones, and to persist in the face of adversity. As we embark on this journey of self-conquest, we must also recognize that true strength lies not in isolation, but in connection. Surround yourself
Okay, cool, guys. Let me just see. Only 3 people sent into our chat. So I can't even imagine how many people are sending into their own chats. Guys, we need way more people in this call. I'm not getting started until we get at least 30 people on this call, because the information I'm going to go through probably won't get reshared. Who needs to hear it needs to hear it. But yeah, guys, we need way more people on this call. So absolutely blow up your chat box with your screenshots. Get more people on this call. If you know someone that should be on this call, share it out to them. All right, so we're just gonna allow it this morning. All right, cool. Let me just mute my phone. Grand Rising family, Grand Rising. How are we all feeling? I hope we're all feeling good, feeling blessed. If you guys don't mind just dropping some gratitudes in the chat box and we can get this call started. I'm so happy and grateful that I woke up this morning. I'm so happy and grateful for these calls. I'm so happy and grateful for this family. Good morning, Rio. I'm so happy and grateful for this opportunity. I'm so happy and grateful that we work with such amazing people, such great mentors. So happy and grateful that finally my business is growing. Amen. Grateful for God for you this call. I miss you. I appreciate you guys. Happy and grateful for being in a productive organization. So grateful for the human experience and people in my life. Love that one. I apologize, guys, for not doing the call on Tuesday. I woke up with a terrible headache, and I always want to be in the best kind of energy possible if I'm pouring into people, because it's quite important in terms of the energy that I'm projecting. And if I'm not feeling good, then I don't want to be pouring into people, because it's just not fair on you guys. You guys deserve me at my best. So that's that. But apologies that I didn't do it on Tuesday. I just want to make sure that that's the first ever call in so long that was cancelled. So I do apologize. But yeah, I just wasn't feeling my best. But we're back, and we've got a training today that absolutely excites me, because this is something that has personally helped me so much through my journey. I didn't know how it helped until someone sent me something. Appreciate you. Until someone sent me something a couple days ago where it just helped it click. It just really helped it click. So just drop a 1 in the chat box if you've ever heard of the self-confidence formula, and drop a 2 in the chat box if you've never heard of the self-confidence formula. I just want to know who I'm speaking to. Okay. We've got some people that don't know. Okay, cool. Good. Love it. All right, you guys are going to learn something new. This is going to be, for me personally anyway, it was life-changing. And for those of you that know about it, know the true power of it. So the self-confidence formula, let me see if I can pull it up on my phone actually. So yeah, I do already have it. Okay, cool. So the self-confidence formula, let me share my screen. So this is something that I read aloud every single day. Okay, now when you guys see this, I want you to screenshot it. If you're unable to screenshot, then I want you to, after this call, make it a thing where you do have this on your phone. So this is the self-confidence formula, and this is something that Napoleon Hill spoke about in Think and Grow Rich. And he essentially said that one of the keys to attaining what it is that you want and desire in life is by building self-confidence every single day, to the point where that you kind of know and you have faith and you believe that all these things will happen. So with this self-confidence formula, I'm going to break it down, because someone sent me a video the other day and it really broke it down to the point where I now understand. Because at first it was just me repeating it. I kind of understood it, but really diving deep into it and understanding it fully, that was something where it was just kind of mind-blowing for me. So please take screenshots. Please, like, for those of you that come to the office, you know, like, this is on my wall. I speak it aloud once a day, but it has truly helped me. So we're going to get into it, okay? So the self-confidence formula, okay, we're going to break it down. It's in 5 paragraphs, but we're going to break it down today, okay? And with this self-confidence formula, this is something that just covers all areas. And the most important thing that we can have in our lives is the belief in ourselves. Because if we have belief in ourselves, then we can carry ourselves from one place to another. Okay. And we have the belief that we can do that. If you don't believe that you can carry yourself from one place to another, you're not going to even attempt. So everything starts with self-confidence. Okay. And I want to really, really break it down. So I'm going to go from paragraph to paragraph to paragraph, but I need to like read the paragraph. So you're going to see a lot of clicking and moving and whatever. So first, this is the first paragraph, okay? It says, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Okay, therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, and I here and now promise to render such action. Okay, now on this self-confidence formula, there's one word that is capitalized, which is demand. You have to demand of yourself. You have to demand of yourself persistent, continuous action. It doesn't just say hope for yourself to have persistent, continuous action. It demands of yourself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment. Okay, so I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, and I here and now promise to render such action. If you're in a state in your life where you're not taking continuous action, you're not doing the things that you need to be doing, and you can't figure out why, it's because you have no self-confidence. You don't have the confidence to understand that you can take yourself to where you want to go. You can achieve your desires. The reason why you procrastinate, you doom scroll, you whatever the case may be, where you're not contributing towards your goals every single day, it's because you don't have the self-confidence that you are going to attain it. Okay, please do not let this training go over your head, because this is so, so powerful. When I was reading this aloud once a day, like I think it was twice a day, it was my morning routine, my night routine, and I think I know probably about 3 paragraphs of this off by heart. Like if you was to tell me don't look at it and read it, I'd be able to, because I've read it so much. The goal is to learn how, like, to remember this, to know it off by heart. Okay, so when you're walking, you're just repeating it to yourself. When you're just doing things, you're literally just repeating it to yourself, and your subconscious mind is swallowing that information. Okay, so in terms of the first paragraph, you have to demand of yourself persistent, continuous action towards the attainment of what you desire. So you want to look at current opportunities, circumstance, environments, everything that you have, and you need to realize the power of everything that you can have. Okay, now this first paragraph, it encourages you to move towards the direction of your chief aim. Okay, whatever it is that you want to achieve. Okay, and it helps you understand that it is the journey where you will find the opportunities to develop self-confidence to move towards your desires. It's the journey. Okay, you have the ability and the opportunity to do whatever, be whatever, whoever you want. But first and foremost, you have to have faith in yourself. Okay, so understand wherever you are right now, whatever it is that you're up to, and whoever you are, where you are right now, okay, 90% of people, probably plus, I'm just being generous here, 90% of people are not looking at their situation as an opportunity. They're looking at it as a hindrance of their growth, a hindrance in terms of where they want to achieve and what they want to achieve. They're not looking at it as an opportunity. When conflict, or when sad things, or when character building stuff comes into your life, are you looking at it as a hindrance, or are you looking at it as an opportunity? Okay, you need to cultivate the self-confidence, increase your self-confidence, so you can understand anything that comes into your life is a contribution into where you're supposed to go. Okay, confidence is something that we can continuously increase for the rest of our lives. That's how powerful confidence is. It can be increased for the rest of your life. Okay. And when I've got like notes here because I was literally studying this thing. It's, guys, I would definitely recommend to like study this self-confidence formula. But I'm like reading from the notes because I wrote down like really powerful things because a lot of things just really stood out. Okay. It says that when I how do I say this? When I jumped on this training and he broke it down, okay, he went through, okay, how thoughts, they really do start off everything. And I know we talk about this quite a lot, okay, but it tells you that your thoughts, okay, are the starting factor of anything that you desire. And anything that you're experiencing right now in your life, okay, you're probably vibrating at that level in which you've attracted things at that level. Okay, because thoughts mixed with any sort of emotion and feeling, it causes a magnetic force to move towards you, okay, which attracts other similar experience or thoughts. Okay, and what does this mean? How, let's just dive deep into it. And how does it relate to self-confidence? Okay, when you believe and when you have faith in yourself, and when you believe and you have faith in others, the thoughts that you attract, that what you can do to solve a problem, to move forward with purpose. Now, let me break this down, okay? When you believe in yourself and when you have faith in yourself, and when you believe in yourself, believe in others and have faith in others, the thoughts that you attract to yourself can solve the problem. So if you're sitting, say, for example, you've experienced something that is character building and you're looking at it like a big problem, okay? If you don't alter your thoughts to try and look at this as an opportunity, you're only going to just look at it as problems and it can't be solved. If you now look at it as an opportunity, you will start attracting thoughts and things into your life that enable you to overcome it, enable you to move forward with purpose. Okay. So when it comes to this self-confidence formula, it is so important to make a commitment to yourself. Sign the formula, put it on your bedroom wall, put it on your phone, everywhere and anywhere, and repeat it aloud once a day. Okay. It is really, really important. Okay. So let's break down the first paragraph. Okay. It talks about definite chief purpose. Okay. What does your definite chief purpose mean to you? It's important to determine what you want to achieve in life. It's important to discover your chief aim in life, okay? And when you discover where you're going, then it's easier to take steps in that direction, okay? It's easier to take steps in that direction once you know where you're going, okay? So when you create your vision of who you want to be, what you want to be, of your identity, your belief, and your faith, you develop capabilities that will enable you to achieve these skill sets. And you will achieve these skill sets that enable you to fulfill your chief aim, to fulfill your purpose, to work towards your desires. Okay, just drop a 1 in the chat box if I'm making sense. Just drop a 2 in the chat box if I'm talking absolute crazy. Okay, cool. We got something. You guys know what I'm talking about. Amazing, amazing. Cool. Self-confidence is the core to being able to achieve anything. Have you ever, okay, seen a person that makes 7 figures, 8 figures, and they have this confidence about them that you don't even need to know how much they're making, okay, to know that this person is confident in everything they do, what they speak about, and where they're going. People that have direction, okay, understand where they are going and how they are getting there. But they first had to envision and they first had to figure out where they wanted to go. Okay. You have to influence your thoughts and influence your environment to produce results. Okay, you have to influence these things. Now, when you start reading the self-confidence formula and when you read it every day, okay, you will attract more opportunities. You will. I've done it. I've been doing it. It's crazy what it does. Okay. And when you constantly read out this formula, you start understanding, okay, that self-confidence is not just self-confidence. It's confidence in self. Confidence in yourself to be able to achieve whatever it is you want. And we spoke about this before. I think it was a few months ago, so some of the newbies probably won't know about it, but we spoke about the 6 ghosts of fear. Now, the 6 ghosts of fear talk about, I think I've got it on my phone actually. The 6 ghosts of fear, let me see. Ghosts of fear. Oh, I can't remember. I don't know if I have it. I think I've got it written down in a notebook. Okay, well, I think one was like fear of rejection, one was like fear of death. I can't remember them, but you have to eliminate the 6 ghosts of fear. Okay, you have to eliminate what is holding you back. Okay, and when it comes to the 6 ghosts of fear, these 6 fears is once you eliminate them, you can overcome anything. Okay, and the first paragraph just kind of breaks down in terms of the journey is where you will find the opportunities to raise higher vibrations of self-confidence, okay, and to move into alignment with what you want to achieve and what you desire. Okay, so the first paragraph is, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life, and it talks about having the ability to achieve it. Okay, therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, and I here and now promise to render such action. Okay, that's the first paragraph. Cool. Second paragraph now. I realize the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. The dominating thoughts of your mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action, meaning your dominating thoughts of your mind, your conscious mind, okay, the dominating thoughts of your mind will have, your subconscious mind, I mean, will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical reality, physical action, okay, and will eventually and gradually transform themselves into physical reality, meaning your thoughts control how you move, how you speak, how you respond, how you overcome. Your thoughts control it all. And when it controls your inner, it reflects on your outer. Okay, so when you concentrate your thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon thinking of the person that you want to become, yeah, you want to create a clear mental picture of that person. What does that mean? Vision boards. Okay, vision boards. Vision boards are so powerful. And your vision board is not supposed to just be on your wall and you just kind of pass it by and you look past it and there's no intentionality with it. Your vision board, okay, it needs to be you sitting in front of your vision board, whether it's on your wall, your phone, wherever. Sit in front of your vision board and for 10 minutes you are dedicated to feeling the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You want to look at that person. How would it feel to live in that apartment that you want? How would it feel to drive around that car that you want? How would it feel to do whatever the things you want? Okay, whatever it is you want, how does it feel when you have attained it? Okay, how does it feel when you have attained it? This is so powerful, and I really don't want this to go over you guys' head, because personally for me, this really, really, really helped me. You have to believe in yourself, and how you believe in yourself will determine how you look at reality, because your thoughts materialize into things. Your thoughts govern your actions. So if you concentrate on the self-image and how you see yourself, and you create a vision board where you can literally visually construct the person that you want to become, you need to take time every single day, 10 minutes a day, to study, to sit down, to look, to feel, to embrace, and take time to really, really look at it with intention. And this will alter your reality. It will alter your identity and how you see yourself to be. And once that happens, your actions will become more in alignment. It's so crazy how this works, but it works. All you need to do is study the self-confidence formula. If you don't do anything every day, at least do this. At least do this. Because I promise you, when this person sent me the recording and I watched it, it really broke some things down for me and really realigned me. And I needed it, because it helped me understand that I'm not sitting in front of my vision board and really just kind of taking 10 minutes to really intentionally look at who I want to become. Okay, so third, let's go to the third one. I know through the principle of autosuggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of attaining the object back of it. Therefore, I will devote 10 minutes daily to demanding of myself the development of self-confidence. Okay, so let's break that down. I know through the principle of autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is where you are listening to audios, manifestations, you're reading, you are auto-suggesting things to your mind. Okay, you are listening to affirmations while you sleep. Okay, all of those kind of things where you are intentionally suggesting your mind and trying to impress your mind. Okay, and any desire that you persistently hold in your mind, any desire, any thought that you persistently hold in your mind will eventually seek expression. It will eventually seek expression through some practical means of attaining the object back of it, meaning that it is going to, once you, okay, auto-suggest and do affirmations and all of these things, and you persistently hold it in your mind, it will eventually seek expression through some practical means, which means it's not going to hand it to you. It's going to give you opportunities to achieve it. Okay, it is important that you understand it's not going to get handed to you. You have to work. You have to produce action. But first and foremost, you have to get in that state and that vibration that you are doing those actions. And that starts with building your self-confidence. That starts with building your desire to who you want to be. You want to intentionally consume information repeatedly. It will reprogram your conscious mind, your subconscious mind. That's auto-suggestion. You want to intentionally consume information repeatedly. Those people that watch the news all the time are intentionally consuming information repeatedly, meaning that they are now auto-suggesting. Okay. And Lord knows how it affects them. You don't want to change things on a surface level. You want to change things on an identity level. It's all good, well and good when the outer world sees that, okay, like she's striving towards her goals, she looks quite confident, but inside with your identity, okay, that's where it's truly important. Most of your outer world, and I say most for a reason, most of your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Okay. So you need to intentionally consume information every single day. Like jumping on these calls, reading, studying things like this. Whatever it is, intentionally consume information that aligns with your desires. Me personally, I there was a period of my life, there was probably about 6 month period where every night when I went to sleep, I was listening to affirmations. I've just recently started doing that again and I already feel a difference. It's easy to do. You just put on YouTube and you go to sleep. It's one of the easiest things you can do, and it's auto-suggestion, which means it's going to change my thoughts, which is then going to change my actions, which then will change my results. Okay. Fourth paragraph. What time is it? Okay, cool. Fourth paragraph. And this is probably this one of. I have clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim in life, and I will never stop trying until I have developed sufficient self-confidence for its attainment. Do you realize that if you repeat this aloud every single day, and you are constantly making a promise to yourself that I will never stop trying, you will never stop trying. There is people in my team that I have given this information to, okay, and they have been reading it, that they have got this drive inside of them that they will never stop trying until they have achieved what they want. This installs a drive and a belief that I may not be who I am, who I want to be right now, but I've written it down. I know what she looks like, and I will never stop trying until I have developed sufficient self-confidence to become that person. Not I have become that person. I will never stop trying until I have developed self-confidence to become that person. Okay, you have to clearly write down. That's why we talk about writing down our goals. Write down who you want to be. Write down your definite chief aim. Put yourself in the vibration of the alignment with your vision. Once you start doing these things and once you start applying these things, the right things, people, experiences will be attracted to you. The subconscious mind is responsible of what you create in reality. So it is important to auto-suggest. It is important to literally convince yourself. You need to repeat yourself with auto-suggestion, and it will materialize for yourself and your circumstances to reflect. But you have to feel in alignment with your vision. If you write down your goals and you write down your vision and you write down who you want to be and you have a vision board, but all of this looks absolutely unattainable to you, you're not even vibrating at the right frequency. You're vibrating at the wrong frequency, which is pushing it further away. You have to sit there and you have to convince yourself and you have to think about what it looks like if you was to achieve this. What it looks like if you was to become the person that you want to become. You have to feel in alignment with your vision. That starts by writing it down. Okay, cool. Now, 5th paragraph, and this is probably the most important paragraph, okay, because it gives you the key to everything. Okay, let me pull it up. I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. Okay. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it affects. Okay. I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all of humanity. Because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I will believe in them and in myself. That is the most powerful paragraph. If you really, really break it down, it gives you the key. It gives you the key, okay? I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. Meaning, if you get to the positions or to the wealth that you want in life by being conniving, by lying, by whatever the case may be, and it's not built upon truth and justice, it will not last for long. And it says, I will engage in no transaction that does not benefit all whom it affects. Meaning, if you engage in transactions that is not benefiting all of the parties that it will affect, the wealth or the position that you achieved by doing those things, it will not last for long. And it says, I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all of humanity. The key is to develop love for all of humanity. It's please don't let this go over your head. This is so powerful. The key is to develop love for all of humanity. Because a negative attitude towards others can never bring you success. You have to develop love for everyone. As hard as it is, you have to love people for who they are. You have to develop the highest level of vibration. Okay, you have to develop love for all of humanity. Okay, and the removal of envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism, and you make a commitment to yourself to change your values, to change your beliefs and your programming so you can achieve a higher vibration. When this person sent me this, everything made sense. Everything made sense. You have to remove the negative emotions, okay? And you have to make a commitment to yourself to change your values, change your beliefs and your programming so you can achieve a higher vibration. You have to develop love for everyone. Okay, now that's not meaning welcome everyone into your life, but love people so that you can attain the feelings of self-confidence and faith. These negative feelings bring you negativity. These negative emotions only take you away from your purpose and your goal and your desire of who you want to be. You have to remove the negative feelings, and the goal is to develop love for all of humanity. And you will never stop trying until it's done. Meaning you're gonna have slip-ups. You're going to have things where you make mistakes, you do things that you're not necessarily proud of. Okay. And if you remove those negative emotions and you start developing love, and when you feel that love, then you have a high degree of self-confidence, and you're never going to stop trying until you do it. You're going to have your hiccups. You're going to have your things that steer you off gear, but always remember to get back on course as quick as possible. Okay, because when you achieve that love, and it's so crazy because I like really applied it, and I really just like when someone like barges you, or it used to be my biggest pet peeve. I'm walking on the street and someone barges me to go in front of me, but you're walking slower than me. That used to be my biggest pet peeve, and this happened yesterday when I was literally walking, like I was going to the shops from the office, and I had to correct myself quickly because in my head I'm like, and I was so ready to just cuss them in my head, but I stopped myself and I'm like, you know what? I don't know their path. I don't know what they're rushing for. I don't know nothing. So I'm sending that person love. And it made me feel so much better to respond like that than to respond how I would have probably responded. You have to develop. You're also not your first thought. Exactly. And someone said this to me a few years ago, and it always stuck with me. It said, you are not your thoughts, you are a witness to your thoughts, which means that you are not what you think about. Okay. And that means that in your head, sometimes you're going to have thoughts. You're going to have thoughts that doesn't necessarily align with who you are. Okay, but you are a witness to your thoughts, meaning that you get to choose the ones that you are emotionally attached to. So say, for example, you was to think something negatively and you're emotionally attached to it, you're no longer a witness of it. You are a part of it. But if you choose to let that thought go and no, I'm not going to give it any energy, you're a witness to that thought. Okay, it's so important. And this formula alone, everyone will say it. Everyone that has studied this, everyone that reads it aloud once a day, everyone will say it. It does some crazy stuff. So print this out, commit it to memory, read it aloud once a day, aim to know it off by heart within a month or two, and reflect on it. Your self-confidence will increase and you will notice a different spring in your step. You will notice that you're more energized to do what you want to do. Okay. Self-confidence formula is so powerful. It's so powerful. But with that being said, guys, I don't know if there's any more like notes that I haven't kind of gone over. But honestly, guys, crazy. Like crazy. I needed it. When I got it, I needed it. But it is very powerful, and I urge you guys to not just listen to my amazing voice and not apply anything. Please do listen to this, do really study the self-confidence formula, and next week Tuesday we're going to be going over the actions that you can take to develop self-confidence as well, and steps to self-confidence, because I really want to give you all that you need for this one thing, because this one thing can take you to your next level. So with that being said, guys, I absolutely appreciate you all for jumping on and giving me your time, and really, really just kind of embracing these calls and really making the most of these calls, because I know what they do for people. I know how they make people feel. So I appreciate you guys. But absolutely appreciate you. Have an amazing day. This is my post for today. Please do share me on your socials. It really does push out the calls, and it does give people the opportunity to be able to jump on these calls and just know information that they've never been exposed to before. So definitely share out the call. I don't know if I'll be posting this on the YouTube, because I really do want these calls to be a little bit more exclusive. So I may post some, but all of them will not get posted. But yeah, guys, have an absolutely amazing day. I hope that you guys really just kind of have a spring in your step today, and you have the self-confidence to achieve, do, and have whatever it is that you want. So have an amazing day. Take care, guys. And for those of you that are coming to the office, I'll see y'all later.